Hey there, everyone. Well, we are on the eve of Record Store Day drop week number one. Pretty exciting. I didn't think we were ever going to get to this place. After having Record Store Day canceled in April, canceled again in June, then broken up into three parts, you're about ready to have the first one a week from tomorrow. So I've already gone through the whole process in the last video about how we're going to be doing this at Electric Avenue. Uh, if you are so inclined and you want to participate, I strongly suggest that you get on Facebook for the store and kind of at least look at the events page and look at details to read and see how we're handling things here to be socially distanced. Also, you can watch my previous video, that's very informative. And be prepared to send us an email on Friday, August 28th, beginning at noon. Those emails will go into a list chronologically, they will be time stamped and you will get a time assigned for Saturday morning, August 29th, and we'll assign for the first 4 hours. And then if for some reason we go past noon, and I don't think we will, but then the store will open at noon for regular browsing, and that will be limited to 8 people at a time, 15-minute intervals, masks required, hand sanitizer required. We're doing a lot of things to try and make sure that everybody stays safe and healthy. We're going to obviously be greeting you at your cars or vehicles with masks on and gloves. So don't be scared if someone approaches your car in a mask and says, "Hey, are you here for the event?" So anyway, you'll get more. But just remember this. In fact, right now, I mean, we will probably post on Thursday what we think we're going to have. So if you look at that list and you say, well, what I was looking for, they're not going to have, maybe you won't want to participate at all. So it would kind of be, I hate to say it'd be a waste of your time, because this is really all about supporting independent record stores, especially during a year where we actually were closed for 3 months due to a pandemic. So any kind of way you can support, even if it's just buying regular things that are in the store, you can add those to your wish lists. And if we have them, we'll definitely add them. But as I've said before, here is the email address for Electric Avenue Music Record Store Day at gmail.com. That is the address that you need to be prepared to send your email to beginning at noon, Friday, August 28th. So remember to include your name, your mobile phone number, your vehicle make, model, and color, and what your wish list is. We will send you a confirmation email. I don't know how long that's going to take. It might take an hour or so. Depending on how many we get at once on Friday. So please be patient. We will get to you as soon as we can. Anyway, so what better than to see a few things that are actually here? So I shall just present a few exciting little tidbits. All right, you've probably seen some of these other places, but anyway, a Billie Eilish piece. This is live at Third Man, November of 2019. Actually, there's quite a few songs on this, like 10. So that's one to definitely watch for. How about Charlie XCX Vroom Vroom EP? This was originally supposed to be a 7-inch or a double 7-inch, and they turned it into an actual 12-inch, which is nice. Glass Animals with Denzel Curry. That's kind of a cool picture disc. Tokyo Drifting. And, you know, I've seen this before as a bootleg, but never as an official release. First official pressing of Tyler, the Creator's Cherry Bomb. There's also an instrumental version of this, but I feel most people will probably want the one with Tyler on it. Mac DeMarco, Here Comes the Cowboy demos. Uh, this has been going back and forth as to whether or not it was actually going to be a record store day piece. So here we are. Now, I just want you all to sort of know that there's a fair amount of stuff here. There's plenty of things that I'm not going to picture in this video because I don't want to waste your time. Also, there's going to be a lot of things in the next two record store days, September 26th, October 24th. So be thinking about those. And you may want to go to recordstoreday.com and look at their list of. Best way to look at those is if you choose the tiled view because it actually gives you the date and the picture instead of doing the PDF, which is kind of annoying because it's all alphabetical. Oh, I know people want The Cure's Blood Flowers. This thing goes for hundreds of dollars online as an actual album. So even though it's a picture disc, which they did a nice job with the artwork on it, I think that people will be wanting this. So it's one of their best albums, a later album. And then, of course, they did 17 Seconds also as a picture disc. I'm trying to figure out exactly why, because it's kind of a blank cover. There's not a whole lot to the artwork, but still a cool thing to have. U2, 11 O'Clock TikTok. This is a 4-track EP, early material. I don't know, it looks pretty cool. Martin Hannett produced it. If you don't know who Martin Hannett is, go watch Closer or one of the Joy Division movies, right? Anything about Factory Records. Roxy Music, Steven Wilson mix. Oh, I love this album. Virginia Plain, so good. There are a couple Bowie pieces. Changes Now, Bowie, which is live. I think it's a radio broadcast from '96. My chair is going to run away from me. That would not be good. Then here's another one, which is very cool. I'm Only Dancing, The Soul of '74. This was like the tour that kind of went from Diamond Dogs into Young Americans. So he's doing some things like, Knock on Wood, and some of the more almost like soul kind of things. Actually, if this was '74, it was the same year that he recorded the David Live album that was done at the Tower Theater in Upper Darby outside Philadelphia. Gorillaz D-Sides. This was like pretty expansive collection when it came out. Gorillaz kept doing like remixes and more singles and tracks that were non-album tracks, and D-Sides was the larger of the collection. This is actually a triple vinyl, so it's pretty expansive. And then there's G-Sides, which was the other EP that they did. This is a single record, but it has a lot of great stuff on it too. Different mixes. New Order's John Peel sessions. Early stuff. There's only 4 tracks on it, but The Weeknd, My Dear Melancholy. This was an EP that he did last year, in between the last album and After Hours that came out this year. It was a pretty good EP. It was kind of on the dark side, a little more serious than the new record, which is a little more sort of upbeat and pop. Pretenders Live, 1980. I mean, come on. And it's kind of cool, too. It's a clear with a red splotch in the middle. I mean, with the original band, they're doing Kid, Private Life, Tattooed Love Boys, Talk of the Town, Stop Your Sobbing. I mean, what more can be said? Katie Lang's Drag. I am a huge fan of Katie Lang's voice. She could sing me the phone book. And this is one of her best records. If for nothing else, Till the Heart Caves In is just incredible. But all these songs are kind of, they're cover songs mostly, all related to smoking, which is such a taboo thing right now. But she does things like The Joker, The Air That I Breathe. So anyway, it's a pretty good record. This is a Charlie Parker, Jazz at Midnight. Yeah, it's Blue Note classic. What, you know, I don't know if I need to explain that. Hawkwind at the BBC, 1972. Pretty cool, especially if you're like a Lemmy fan. That's great. Well, The Who's Odds and Sods, Half Speed Mastered at Abbey Road. Um, this is a pretty cool double album. So, Odds and Sods 2. Jethro Tull, Stormwatch 2. Yes, additional material from the Stormwatch sessions. You got Def Leppard at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. This was last year, and this awesome ending. All the young dudes, they brought out Ian Hunter from Mott the Hoople to sing with him, and he was incredible. The guy's almost, I think he turned 80 this year. He does not sound or look like an 80-year-old, like in our conventional sense. Al Green, Green is Blues, 50th anniversary limited edition. That's pretty cool. Produced by Willie Mitchell. Elton John. They took his first album and they've turned it into a double album gatefold. I can't remember exactly what's on the second record, but Your Song, people. Hey, the most recent Black Keys record, and it's a limited edition 180 gram double vinyl deluxe holographic gatefold jacket, individually numbered. I mean, the album was pretty good. This is a very dark package, by the way. You can sort of see the label up front there, but sort of. Anyway, great album. Dan Auerbach on fire, doing typical Dan Auerbach stuff. So that probably sounds really good. And then last thing I'm going to show here is the John Prine box set, who we lost to COVID during coronavirus. This has his first 4 albums on, so they were on Atlantic at the time. John Prine, Diamonds in the Rough, Sweet Revenge, and Common Sense. So don't have a ton of these, but you know they'll probably be sought after. They only made 2,000 of them, so which is crazy. You think during a pandemic they would have made more, but all this stuff was announced before all the pandemic hit. So it is what it is. To quote a very famous... Anyway, I'm not going to get political. So I appreciate everybody watching this video. You know what to do, right? Get those email fingers fired up, and you know, we'll be ready for whatever happens. Please bear with us because this is the first time that we're going through a process like this too. So there are going to be bumps in the road. I just know that there are going to be people that show up on Saturday morning and are like, what do you mean I had to send an email yesterday at noon? And then all of a sudden it's like chaos. So it'll be like, bye-bye, see you, go email now and you'll get a time. Anyway, I think this will be really good for the people who actually watch the videos, interact with social media, customers who are actual customers of ours that pay attention to this stuff and aren't just people that just plop in for an event, because these are people that have been paying attention to what's going on, so and have asked. So good and bad, it's kind of a level playing field in some ways. Anyway, I'm waxing philosophical. See you guys in a week and a day, or a week and a morning. All right, take care. You know what to do.